Throughout Rick and Morty's now 3.5 seasons, Rick has created some fantastic inventions that prove his mad genius and are tools that anyone would wish in their life. And I'm talking about devices that are actually useful, not just fun to watch like Pickle Rick. But at the same time, with the positives come the extreme negatives. Rick has also made some completely useless creations. So, here are Rick's best and worst inventions. It's not the worst idea in the world to have a way to imitate someone on the phone so you can get away with whatever plan you have in mind, like pretending you're a very specific pizza man for whatever reason. But when you use alien DNA to create your faux voice that only works for all of 5 seconds before wanting to take over the world, therefore you need to immediately exterminate it, probably not the best invention. Okay, so similar to the alien voice imitator, this one isn't the worst, but that's why it's early on in the list. Rick's burn ointment is set to save Morty's life so long as he keeps it on for 10 minutes. So it all sounds pretty miraculous, and would be if there wasn't a catch. If you keep the salve on for 12 minutes, well, it transforms you into this.
God damn it, Morty, what did I tell you?
Which, unless you have Rick around to save you, seems to be a permanent affliction. So this one wasn't created by Rick C137, but I'm including all Ricks into this list. So while easy to make and apparently tasty, Doofus Rick's ovenless brownies goes on the list.
Okay, if we had a little more titanium nitrate and just a tad of chlorified tartrate. Ovenless brownies!
In a world where no one has ovens, or you can't go to the store to buy brownies, or you needed brownies to survive, sure, this would be a decent invention, but when you consider the fact you'd still need whatever scientific liquids Doofus Rick used to create ovenless brownies, it's probably harder to come by than an oven and the materials needed to make brownies in the first place. I actually really like the butter robot. It's cute, it wants to do more, but at the end of the day, all it does is pass butter, and even Butter Robot knows how pointless it is.
What is my purpose?
You pass butter.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Butter Robot, but you go on the list of Rick's most useless inventions. As entertaining as it is to watch episodes about the Citadel of Ricks, there's no denying just how horrendous of a place it turned out to be. All the Ricks and Mortys who are part of the Citadel are stuck there, seeming to live out their lives in the Citadel. That means the only people you'll ever interact with as part of it are Ricks and Mortys. Many Ricks can't live out their full potential due to certain other Ricks, while Mortys are stuck at the bottom living a horrible life. Genuinely, this place is absolutely horrendous, and I'm not even sorry Evil Morty took it over. Rick's absolute worst invention is really a series of inventions. His love potion he gives Morty, which turns out to be contagious with the flu and spreads to everyone in Morty's school.
I love Morty, and I hope Morty loves me. I'd like to wrap my arms around him and feel him inside me.
And his subsequent antidotes that turn the situation from bad to catastrophic.
You know what though, Morty? This right here is gonna do the trick, baby. It's koala mixed with rattlesnake, chimpanzee, cactus, shark, golden retriever, and just a smidge of dinosaur. Should add up to normal humanity.
That doesn't make any sense, Rick!
First, he manages to turn everyone to praying mantis hybrids who are still in love with Morty, and eventually just about every single human on the planet, save for the Smith family, into Cronenberg monsters. So you can kiss goodbye to at least one full dimension of Earth thanks to this dimension. I'm not sure how often you intend to go on Indiana Jones-style adventures where ancient booby traps are strewn about to permanently kill you, but if you ever were to, an anti-booby suit would certainly come in handy. Rick's anti-booby suit repels arrows, sharp falling objects, and snakes. So while you may not use it all the time, it could definitely come in handy for sporty adventures like caving. At the end of Look Who's Purging Now, Rick finally gets his power armor delivered by Summer. These things give extreme strength and seemingly infinite ammo for you to mow down enemies, which is all great and extremely useful if you're in combat, but otherwise not so much. But wait, there's more. The suits can also fly Iron Man style. We only see this one briefly, but consider me a big fan of Rick's hover chair Rick uses while Morty is rock climbing in One Crew Over the Cuckoo's Morty. Not only does it look extremely relaxing with its design and slight lean, but you can go virtually anywhere with it, so long as you can breathe. Cars are fine and all, but why not travel by hover chair to work, where you can then hover and relax in that same chair as you do work? Maybe set your laptop on your lap, hover outside to work, realize the sun is making it hard to see the screen as well as you'd like, hover back inside because you also missed the AC. It's perfect.
Wait.
Bring me the thing.
What thing?
The thing. It's got like buttons on and lights on it. It beeps.
Rick, that describes everything in your garage.
Do you mean this?
Summer for the win.
Rick's time freezer may end up coming with dire consequences, like the possibility that time will fracture due to it becoming unstable using the device. But hey, that only happens if you're uncertain, which I am all of the time, meaning I could never use the time freezing device. But if you are certain and can remain so, the time freezer is an exceedingly useful tool. Late writing a script for a YouTube video about Rick's best and worst inventions because you're playing Control? Freeze time and get it done then. Wanna rob a bank? Freeze time. Wanna, well, I'm sure there's other uses other than procrastinating and stealing things, but I may or may not have been too busy playing Control to think of them. I'm uncertain. It's the very first invention of Rick's we see as he surprises Morty with it.
What do you think of this flying vehicle, Morty? I built it out of stuff I found in the garage.
Yeah, Rick, it's great.
While it might be scrapped together, Rick's space cruiser has allowed him to travel from planet to planet with ease, even if a flat tire somehow needs repairs in outer space. He can travel the skies of Earth easier than if he were in a helicopter or plane as well. Ultimately, while Rick and Morty has action, it's useful devices like this that allow us to see new worlds and easily gets Rick from point A to B that have the most use and are some of Rick's best inventions. Rick's greatest invention is, without a doubt, his portal gun. This gun has gotten Rick and Co. through a plethora of adventures and is part of what makes the show so unique and fun to watch. With seemingly infinite dimensions, there's seemingly infinite uses for a portal gun. Beyond that, it seems it can also be used to teleport to different points in the same universe. While Rick usually uses his space cruiser, there are instances where we've seen Rick and Morty portal to a different space in the same dimension, such as in Get Swifty when they portaled to talk to the President of the United States, which would expand its uses even further. And as seen in Morty and I Run, it can be used as a weapon when placed directly inside of someone, thereby giving it even more uses. One that you'd probably rarely use, but still convenient to have. And there you have it, Rick's best and worst inventions. Do you disagree with what I have on the list? And if so, what would you change and why? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.